Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Movies. If you are new here, like and subscribe for future content. I've come across an interesting article on the heroichollywood.com website, which is done by, as we all know, El Mayimbi. But with this one here, Kevin Feige teases more diversity coming to the MCU after Captain Marvel. And he goes on to discuss it, obviously, that Kevin Feige's happy that Anna and Ryan, the two directors of Captain Marvel, have done a wonderful job and all this kind of stuff. And he goes on then, Kevin Feige, to say about diversity in the MCU. People also ask sometimes about Black Panther. So the notion of representation on screen, in front of and behind the camera, somebody asked me once, is Black Panther a one-off? This is the future. This is the way the world is, and the way certainly our studio is going to be run going forward, because it brings about better stories. The more diverse the group of people making the movies is, the better the stories. And with that, I absolutely agree, 100%. It's, because to be honest with you, going through with all this, obviously, a ton of people are pissed off with Brie Larson and everything else, and people are going saying, these people hate diversity because they don't like Brie Larson. No, it's not. A lot of these people are so psyched for future installments of the MCU movies, which, it could have Riri Williams, Ironheart, the girl who takes over from Tony Stark. I can't wait to see her on screen. I'm a huge fan of Riri Williams. I love her comic, absolutely adore it, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. And, just the artwork as well about Riri is amazing. There's tons of characters which people cannot wait to see on screen in the MCU. And a lot of these are, as they want to call them, it's diversity. They want to go through all that, These are people of colour. It doesn't matter what their sex is. It's these characters people love. They just don't love Captain Marvel, You got Kevin Feige. He's going on saying that Captain Marvel, at the moment, she's one of the most popular people in comics, blah, 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 but she's not. I don't know how many times we have to reiterate this, but Captain Marvel, over the past 7 years, has been rebooted 5 times. 5 times! She's had 5 different series come out, and each one has failed. Just because she's just not that popular of a character. She's just not. So having, saying that she's the most popular character at the moment, she's going to come in and save the MCU and all this kind of stuff, that's getting ahead of yourself there, Mr. Feige, and I think you're really just blowing hot smoke up your ass because you're friends with Brie Larson. It shouldn't have to work like that. Just going forward, there is so many characters that I cannot wait to see in live action form. We have had some, obviously we've had Blade, we've had Storm, we've had Luke Cage, we've had Misty Knight, and at the moment we do have Miles Morales. However, Miles is only in CGI or animation form at this moment in time. I would absolutely love to see Miles Morales take over from Tom Holland, say in about 3 movies' time. That would be, call it 2 movies, or maybe have Tom Holland to finish his trilogy. So, obviously Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, then Spider-Man whatever, and just at the very end of that 3rd one, introduce Miles Morales. That would be incredible. I would absolutely love that. Miles Morales is one of the best characters at the moment as well in Marvel. His stories are brilliant, and it'd look fucking cool on screen as well. His outfit would. So, we have that. Obviously, Storm coming. Obviously, Disney has bought Fox, so obviously there will be Storm in a potential MCU movie within the next 5 years, and there's quite a few there going. Storm has she's had some brilliant stories, and they could even look to the X-Men animation cartoon from the early 90s, which had a couple of Storm-centric stories. And they could adapt them, because she had a bit of a rough ride in the movies. Even though Halle Berry was playing her, they kind of just kicked her to the side. And even though she got to show her powers off in a couple of scenes, There was no full-on, Storm story, which is what we need. Then we got Monica Rambeau. Again, in Captain Marvel, she's portrayed as a child, and that kind of sucks, because if we wanted a Captain Marvel movie, it should have been her. She should have been the first the first female Captain Marvel in cinema. It would have been amazing. It would have been fantastic, to be honest with you. And if anyone was going to play Monica Rambeau, there's a whole host of actresses out there that could play it brilliantly. My favourite, it would probably either be Amber Stevens-West, or it would have to be Sonequa Martin-Green. Those actresses, they would knock it out of the park. It would be a brilliant step for them, and it would look cool as hell on screen as well. I just want to see Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel. That's all I want to do. She was the second Captain Marvel, and she led the Avengers as well for a time, man. It's almost like they're giving all of everything that Monica did in the comics to Brie Larson. And having a white Captain Marvel, it's like, come on. If you really wanted to go for diversity, and you wanted to show exactly, this is the way forward, you should have had Monica Rambeau instead of Carol Danvers. 100%. Obviously, we got Blade. There has been rumours that Blade is making a comeback of some sorts. Again, Wesley Snipes is also fueling those rumours, saying that there could be an R-rated Blade on its way soon, which it would be very cool to see Wesley Snipes, step into the leather again. That would be absolutely crazy. Love the Blade films. Number 3, not so much. Number 2 is incredible. One of the best action horror films going. There's just so many. And obviously, like we said, we got Riri Williams, which, that is the one I cannot wait to see. Mostly because her Iron Heart outfit is just stunningly gorgeous. Just look at that. That is absolutely goddamn gorgeous to look at. For me, it would have to be the pinkish colour suit, because that would just pop on screen. It would just look absolutely incredible in the IMAX theatre, and I think they could do a brilliant story with Tony Stark handing it over to her, and it would just be fantastic. Obviously, Riri, she was a teenager from Chicago who became the latest super genius who just stepped inside the Iron Man suit. Obviously, the best thing she has, Tony Stark serves as a coach for her in the form of artificial intelligence, kind of like how Batman Beyond was, with the way that kind of went. But, Riri Williams, her on screen, and having that Iron Man suit, it would just look incredible. It would just look stunning. My personal opinion with all that one there. And then, obviously, we got Bill Foster, Giant Man or Goliath. He has been called a couple of names. Obviously, there's Black Goliath, Giant Man, and just normal Goliath. Picking up on a trend, obviously, he makes himself really, really big. There we go. It's basically, his powers are kind of like Ant-Man's. He can manipulate the size of different objects in himself. Obviously, Ant-Man recognised himself as shrinking. And obviously, Bill Foster can make himself tall. Which he is actually in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And he is actually played by the amazing Lawrence Fishburne. And I want to see more of him in the MCU. It'd be great to have him in, obviously, just having more of all these characters in there. It'd be absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to see all these on the big screen. Because I personally think they'd make a mint. They'd make an absolute bomb as long as the story is right. That's the key issue there. The story needs to be right. If you are new here, like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you get the ching. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.